What is going on, everybody? Depraved Slasher here, back with
Pound. I caught it. No, I'm going to say it every time.
This is the Pound and Slash Marvel Media Podcast. We've got an exciting episode.
Y'all, he was so normal when he just said that. Normally he comes with full, because he's probably tired or whatever, but he's coming
I'm
like...
actually not.
We're not usually coming like, what's going on, guys? It's Pound and Slash here, Podcast Media Marvel. I'm like, bro, you can't be like normal.
I'm masking my excitement because if I show my true excitement for what we get to talk about today, people are going to be like, who is this child?
But yeah, we do have an exciting shit, bro. We got
a fun episode.
It's going to be fun.
We get to cover the news, per the usual. After we're done with the news, our review today is on one of my favorite superhero movies all time that he drew from the box. Spider-Man 2. We have a new Spider-Man up on the shelf to commemorate the moment. It's actually the exact same as the smaller one underneath him. He's just bigger and cleaner and newer.
That's what she said.
Right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Ralph.
Yeah.
Give us the news.
All right.
That
I'm going to start it off with...
so fucking lame. I'm sorry, guys.
No, that was good.
The news.
Hey, I was like a Family Guy. Ralph, what you got? A plane crash. Back to you, Doug. Oh, wait, and I forgot. Pounded. You guys, Apocalypse, Rocket, I don't know, how you say, Rocket Pit?
Rock Pit?
Yeah, that dude. All you guys get pounded because Pound and Slash and all that shit.
I am so sorry.
And dab. Just a dab. There you go.
All right. Are you done pounding people?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Molly Fitzgerald, who played one of the one of the girls of Captain America and the First Avenger, is going to jail for murder.
Really?
She is standing trial for of slaying her mom. She could spend possibly about 10, 20 years in prison. She looks like this, by the way. Huh. But she was one of the when Howard Stark was trying to pronounce his car that imploded. He said, "I said it was not a test. Like, it's a test subject." There was the girls, and she was like the main one that was out there dancing. She was like the one that took the lead.
I wonder what would cause that. Did she say why she killed her mom?
No, she's claiming insanity. So
they usually do.
Right. They're gonna. They said, like, her attorney said, Jason Bellman, I think his name. TMZ says she'll be returned to the state mental hospital for treatment. So they don't want to give her that 20 years because that's what I'm saying. Cause she'll be given about 20, 30 years just for slaying her mom. They just the person's trying to, the lawyer attorney's trying to say, well, maybe she's kind of off, so she'll go back for treatment through the mind, even though damn well she need to go to jail. So what do you think about that, man? Like the whole slaying of I guess a cast member of Captain America: First Avenger.
I'm here for it.
To see somebody.
I'm here for it because I get to see her on a crime show later. Yeah,
and it will kind of hit you. You'd be like, she was on Captain America: First Avenger. I was like, yeah, she's one of the little dancers.
Like little dancers in a completely different way. It reminds me of the that dude that was a serial killer that was on the dating game. I don't remember what his name is.
No, I'm about to ask you if you give me a name. I probably remember.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah, that's one of like the biggest for me. Well, for the biggest thing I was reading, I was like, who is this woman? I said, oh, she's one of the little things. She slayed her mom. Damn. What? That's what she told the jury and people. They said, why you slay your mom? Because I thought I was hearing voices. See, the typical stuff that you hear crazy people say. I thought I heard voices told me to kill my mom. Like, oh boy, what type of... Bro, I would probably shut the...
You were just in a movie. I need you to calm the fuck down.
Right! He was a side character, like a small little role. Like, you weren't like the Game of Thrones chick who basically wanted to sleep with Captain America. He was just a dancer, but still, though, he was in a movie, so... It's kind of sad to hear that, but... So, yeah. It's for murder. And she said it's also self-defense. So, not only just your voices in her head, but she claimed self-defense.
Bitch, you ain't Carrie.
Said the mom came out. Just like, she said, the mom came at me first. I'm like, you know what, bro?
She was probably trying to discipline you. Chill.
She said, how come you ain't doing no more movies? Do some more fucking movies, bitch. She got balled up inside.
We do not mean to make light of the
situation. This is...
I do apologize.
We probably got to edit this whole...
Not at all. Keep going.
This whole thing be like, all right, Ralph, you're going to come to me at work and be like, hey, where's the first... We had to edit that whole shit. That whole fucking thing had to get, like, cut and delete. All right. The next thing we also have is Kevin Feige They gave him the title of MCU Architect. That's what's up. Reportedly said he wants Wesley Snipes and Nicolas Cage to come back as their respectable role, or as in their legacy roles, which their respective roles that they played, to come back for Secret Wars. They want them to come back in the Secret Wars movie, which doesn't, officially has a release date, so we don't know. I mean, we know it's filming, but they want them to come back because that's more like a multiverse.
And this is the first time I'm actually going to go out on a limb and say that Homeboy needs fired. Feige.
Well, he's the architect. They literally gave him the title MCU Architect.
No one wants Nicolas Cage in anything.
Oh my god!
I don't
and they said
care.
that they want him back. They said they want him.
I will never be that. I would
not.
Wesley Snipes. I might be a little excited for, but Nicolas Cage.
It's only for a cameo. It's like a brief second. You won't even know he probably was there.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, they're gonna make sure. They gonna make sure.
I'm just saying.
I'm here to fight. Oh shit!
Nobody wants Nicolas Cage back. Okay, that was again. Ghost Rider and Spirit of Vengeance are two of the worst Marvel movies ever made. I don't care if Kat likes them. They're terrible. So, I actually like some Nicolas Cage movies. Those were not a couple of them.
The one we saw, the one we
Mandy?
saw, yeah, Mandy. That was cold. And I want to see the one where he's fighting animatronics. That was.
I like National Treasure as well.
National Treasure was cool. So they're looking like they want. I guess they want them to appear. So it's like, I mean, I get it.
I don't.
I didn't get where he's. I mean, it's like I said, Secret Wars. It's a multiverse fighting, Skrull, Super Skrull, Mega Skrull. It's just like a big old fight of everything. We're fighting all kind of shit. And like I said, they're talking about Captain America wanting to come back for one little hoorah cameo for Fantastic Four, which that would be interesting to see.
I think he'd be willing to do that.
Just for cameo.
It'd be a different role.
Oh yeah,
and he doesn't want to be Captain America anymore. But I'm sure he'd be like, yeah, I'll come back as Human Torch for a little bit.
Right, for Human Torch. Oh yeah. I'm thinking because they want him to come back.
And dude, somebody's gonna crack a joke if he does that. He'd be like, you look just like.
It'd be Deadpool. That was saying. He said, "Aren't you the guy with the shield?" No, I can do this. do it in the comics. And impress a girl. Fire.
As long as he doesn't play the I don't need anybody to know my secret identity card.
Oh, we'll get into that later because I'm still pissed off about that one. It was a good, decent comic, but I'm still pissed off about certain things. Oh, the double flame thing. Yeah, okay, whatever, bitch. Everybody knows who you are, Johnny. The next thing we have is actress Dorothy Steele, who played in Merchant Tribe Elder in 2018 Black Panther, has passed away at 95. Oh, she was the merchant. The dude from Get Out. She was next to the dude from Get Out when they were having that first fight. So she died at 95. Damn. Wow. I mean, like I said, it's one, like I said, small role again, just like with the Marley Fitzgerald. But, damn. I want to be 95.
Do you really?
No. I'm cool with just...
He's like, I want to be close to death.
Close to death?
Dude won't even drive in the snow.
And I told you, bro, I'm going to call you. Be like... He go... Call us though, be like, beep, huh? I wasn't gonna call off, man. I was
I'm
just
be like,
seeing how
Ralph,
you were
my
doing.
car's not starting. I need you at work so you can take me home. Fucking.
Gonna do it just like that. Just like we both ain't gonna work. It's like we both ain't gonna make it to work. Hey, we gonna.
No, I'll make it to work. I'll have our boss come pick me up.
Yeah, he gonna come pick me up too. The fuck. What if directors has confirmed that Mephisto was not referencing during Doctor Strange? Why people keep bringing... People are asking. I mean, I get it, but people are thinking like, Mephisto was there this entire time.
They're also paid to say that.
Right, they said it's so funny how everyone's like, he's Mephisto. It's like, wait, but it was just a dragon.
No, to be 100% honest, it probably is like legit fucking Doctor Strange is doing something stupid.
Right, and that's what I said. People are saying people are bending over backwards.
I like the idea of it being Mephisto.
I would love him to be there, but not right. I mean, it is
like,
what it is.
So like this is a situation that would make sense.
Yeah, it would.
But at the end of the day, like if it's not, it's not. If it is, it is. Leave fucking people alone, dude. Just let the Marvel people make their fucking movies, watch the movie, be happy or dislike it, whatever, and shut the fuck up.
Right, because I would love Mephisto to be inspiring, but am I going to see it? Fuck no. He's going to be there? Probably not. I'm not going to be like, bro, I'm about to make the most baddest tweet ever. That's going to have everybody
why people bother.
Oh, yeah.
Any of these people.
It's so weird. They are so out of it, man. The next one we also got is Angelina Jolie is expected to have a small, very small cameo in Eternals. So she's just there for show and tell thing.
So she's only there for a few scenes. That's fine. She's probably gonna die.
Yeah, I can see her dying. Okay, the next thing we also got is newcomer Echo is a badass woman who might be fighting up against the Kingpin. So
please don't bore me with that. Not you.
I know.
Marvel.
No.
I don't even know who Echo is. I've never heard of this character.
She's supposed to be in this Hawkeye, which we have not seen. Even the new trailer just came out. We have not seen, which, by the way, I don't know, like, you see.
How would you know?
You're going to put me like that? You're going to play me off like that?
I don't think we would know if we did see her.
That's what I said. You're going to play me off like that. You're going to basically be like, hey, Rob, how would you know? Bitch, she could be a random motherfucker in this. She could be
I don't
See,
know.
probably in the trailer. We just like, oh, am I supposed to look for that bitch? Oh, I am so sorry. Let me pause it. Oh, there she is. I was going to say text. She's at 1.1 seconds.
Right.
Next thing we got is Oscar Isaac is so happy that we know that he's playing Moon Knight. He said this is his most challenging workload he's ever done. And this is just a tweet right behind it said, wait, was it Apocalypse wasn't your biggest, basically the article is this is his biggest, most
Oscar,
workload.
Don't fuck it up.
Because somebody tweeted right behind and said, "Oh, it wasn't Apocalypse. Was not your biggest workload." I just thought that was a funny clapback.
No, I don't think Apocalypse was his fault.
No. It was,
and I actually
100% Fox.
For what it was, I didn't mind the Apocalypse movie. Was it great? No. Was it bad? No.
No. Wolverine, X-Men Origins Wolverine with 1 and 22 cents claws was the worst for me. That's what done it. But he just couldn't move. He's like this. He couldn't move. He only moved like 3 places, and the rest was all CGI. But it's nice that he wants to go and do Moon Knight. And like I said, I told you about before in a couple podcasts, is that he is training. He got Anthony Hawke playing a cult leader. And
I want to know when we're going to see Ralph Boner again.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Random thought, sorry.
No. Because nobody's not talking about it. Even in the news, nobody's not talking about it. So, we might get, and speaking of Cap, because we talked about this too, we might get Cap sooner than you think. In the newest trailer of Hawkeye, which I did see, they said there could be Steve Rogers could be coming back, like a little small cameo in there as well, just like how he did in Spider-Man Homecoming, or just like as a TV or something, in his original costume suit. So
I hope not.
We might see Steve Rogers again, which, if he wants to do cameos,
he's old. Leave him alone.
If he wants to do cameos, let him do cameos. If he wants to do, whatever, I'm all for it. You don't have to do bam, bam, wham, blam. You don't have to take over the fucking... I would like him to do that, but I'm not saying he don't have to do that. He just, I'm here, hi, and then disappear. Oh, and Avengers Endgame co-director Joe Russo has addressed his rumors involvement with the MCU's movie about Avengers 5, saying that it would be inappropriate for us to comment on the deal. So basically, they're coming back to the Russo saying, can you please direct Avengers 5 for us? Pretty fucking please. Like, what if they ever want to do another Avengers movie? And they're like, he's like, I can't really explain that. I can't just say, hey, we're doing it. So they want them to, basically want them to come back to direct the whole thing.
Dude, I'm sure they'd love the Russos to direct every fucking movie in the MCU. That's them and YTT, whatever.
TT to YTT? Yeah.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, the one that plays Krog, I guess.
Can you, change your name, please?
You. He's like, I can't stand it. How the fuck you say it? Taika Waititi. It's like literally a...
Onomatopoeia.
He said onomatopoeia. Jingleheimer Schmidt. Like, bro, you gotta change that gamer tag. Jacob
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Your cat's really trying to sleep, and every time he sleeps, random thought.
She.
I keep calling he, she. The cat's eyes open, then it goes right back to closing again. It's kind of weird. Like, your cat's possessed. Anyway, there was a lot of really...
That was it?
Yeah, there was not that
Slacking.
No,
there was a new Hawkeye trailer.
I just said the Hawkeye trailer. You didn't want to discuss it.
The new one?
Yeah, the new one.
No, I was saying I didn't.
Hey, we just talked about the Hawkeye trailer right here. What the fuck?
That's not what I said I didn't want to hear about.
Oh, because it's all Christmas shit.
I was talking about I don't want to hear about Echo.
Yeah, they got the new Hawkeye trailer. Okay, yeah. Well, what'd you
Go
think
ahead
about
and
the
talk.
Hawkeye
I didn't
trailer?
watch it. That's why. Go ahead and talk about it.
Man, it's the usual Christmas stuff. Literally the shit that you, the shit that you might not. I mean, you gonna like it. No, I'll talk. Fuck it. Let's go. Let me tell you, yo, the trailer is phenomenal for me as a Christmas person. Since this motherfucker is not a Christmas person,
Everything about Christmas sucks.
you suck.
Even the religion behind it.
Well, we are. We ain't gonna do.
Now let me explain.
I swear to God, bro, we will never get this podcast started. This is...
A certain person that Christmas is based on was not born in December.
Well, Halloween is a pagan thing too.
And it was originally a pagan holiday.
Right, these are two pagan holidays that we like, which is really
the
stupid.
Catholics decided they were going to smother in their Jesus sauce.
But really, Halloween's another pagan holiday. That's what's so.
But it knows it's a pagan holiday.
Christmas. It's like we are being of Christ. Like, nah, this is not real. But basically, it starts out like them fighting or them meeting each other. It's the usual stuff, but a little more action.
And then they give each other presents that explode.
With arrows.
It's like the friendship finisher on Mortal Kombat.
Oh my God! Finished. Oh, you get presents with arrows. Look at that. No, it was cool though. They're fighting and she shoots like an arrow at one. I guess the red people. Which
Santa comes down, smacks somebody with his big ass
bro,
sack.
if Santa Claus, he's gonna be in the next Marvel movie. Nope. If he's
Santa's a Marvel character.
Oh, he is, isn't he?
Yep.
If he comes down this fucking chimney, I'm like, bro, he's gonna be in Multiverse of Madness. I better see his ass in the Spider movie, or I'm calling this an F. No, I'm just kidding.
If he doesn't die, I'm calling it an F.
Oh Lord, it's Spider-Man if Santa Claus just shows up.
If Santa Claus shows up in No Way Home and he doesn't die, the movie's getting a 1 out of 10.
He's just gonna show up. He's just gonna show up. But it looks so good though. The fight scenes are on point. I swear, like the exploding arrows and shit. Like bro, like and the chemistry between Kate Bishop and Jerry Renner, they're on point. Like it's solid. And then they keep playing they keep playing Christmas music. I think Jingle Bells this time.
I'm gonna have to mute my TV and
watch
the captions. Read the captions.
Hey, get the captions. Be like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but we need to get past this present shit real fucking quickly, or I'm about to give this like whole episode a 5 or 4 out of 10. All right, now we're getting back to action. But I give the trailer like literally, I give it an 8 out of 10. I mean, it's restock stuff, re-footage stuff, a little bit of action stuff. Cause they don't want to show too much that,
right.
That
we don't even know how much of that trailer is actually real. Like Marvel has lied to us.
It could be bullshit.
Marvel has lied to us for so long in every trailer.
Like, it can really be like what you see can be some bullshit, man. Oh, they also said the new trailer has confirmed that Linda Cardinal, Laura Barton, Clint, his wife, and Ultron will return, which we knew that anyway from the other trailer. Like we knew that Clint Barton's wife and children are gonna come back, so we knew that anyway. But it was just to confirm that his wife's back. Like she's not gonna be in the movie as much because he's literally gonna be riding with Kate Bishop, trying to fight these red dudes.
Trying to raise and adopt a new daughter.
Right? Ain't that a bitch? He's really trying to. Yo, that's how it's gonna end. I adopt you.
You're my child.
You're my child now.
But you'll never see me again.
Because I'm about to die in this fucking show.
I am going from great father to deadbeat dad in a matter of episodes.
Just death. Just death. Great father, deadbeat dad to death. That's how I go out. I don't make it. Yeah. That's...
Are we done?
Yeah. Oh, wait. I got one. The premiere of the first 2 episodes will appear on November 24th.
The what?
The premiere of the Hawkeye will premiere the first 2 episodes. Which, that's cool. We got
they're doing 2 episodes in 1?
2 episodes. I just caught that right there. 2 episodes will premiere November 24th.
Ooh, we're going to get a double whammy.
So, get ready for some Christmas stuff, man. Yeah.
I am so excited. Can't you hear the excitement in my voice? See it on my face?
Man, it's going to be great, bro. I could tell. I'm going to give you a gift.
It's the most wonderfully lame time of the year.
I'm going to give you a gift. It's going to be Santa Claus.
I'm going to give you a gift, too.
I swear.
It's my dick in a box.
I swear, if you get one of them damn gifts from Nightmare Before Christmas where it's like, what did he give you? And the thing comes alive. It comes alive. It's like, I'm about to lock my fucking door. Like, what did you give me? I gave you a ducky. It's alive, bro.
It's got teeth.
It's got teeth. But yeah, I think that's all we got. You know, there's some other stuff about, you know, Ant-Man and Wasp. You know, John Mayer's going to play Kang. He said it's an honor or privilege. You know, he said he's going to be the villain the entire time. So, which we knew that this ain't going to be, hey, you got to be fun. Black Man, ain't going to be Black Man in the elevator. It's actually going to be Kang looking like a tyrant on this one.
Look, okay, I thought.
No, that's hey, I ain't letting that go.
I thought Marvel was going to do some racist shit. I was like,
the elevator.
I was like, you really just gonna have a black dude running in an elevator like this is the fucking 40s in a TV show? Like, what kind of bullshit is this? And it turned out that it was actually Kang. And I was like, oh
shit!
Okay.
He said black man in the elevator.
Why is Kang not in blue? All right.
Yeah, that's it. That's funny.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about some fun shit.
Spider-Man.
Yes, whatever a spider pig does, look out, here comes the spider pig. I'm sorry,
he has ruined it.
I just watched the Simpsons movie. He's like, Spider pig. I'm singing the Spider-Man song. I love it, man.
So Ralph so graciously picked out of the box last week. You know, this one with Spider-Man on it.
You know, I wanted Spider-Man 1. I was actually hoping I was going to get Spider-Man 1, but that's cool. I'll take Spider-Man 2.
You pulled Spider-Man 2.
I like Spider-Man 1 over Spider-Man 2 because, I don't know, I just like it. But that's the point.
So we're going to give you the tale of the tape.
Yeah.
For Spider-Man 2.
Everybody's coming back.
It came out
No Way Home.
June 30th, 2004.
Yeah, 2004. Jesus Christ.
By Columbia Pictures.
How old were we, man?
Old.
Oh my God.
I was actually young.
I'm gonna say we both were young.
I just graduated.
You just graduated. I was like in 8th grade, or no, 4th grade at the time when this thing dropped.
Holy movie shit. Is 2 hours and 7 minutes. It's about 2 hours and 15 if you have the extra.
Yeah, 2.1
version, which is what I watched. The tomato meter, reviewers gave it a 93%. Audience score gave it an 82%. It is certified fresh.
Right, certified fresh. Right.
It was made on a budget of $200 million, and then worldwide gross was $788.9 million.
That's almost like $1 billion. Almost like $1 billion. Yeah.
The top cast is Tobey Maguire as both Peter Parker and Spider-Man, Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane Watson, Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus, James Franco as Harry Osborn, Rosemary Harris as my favorite May Parker ever, and J.K. Simmons as, well, himself.
Him in
J.
Venom
Jonah
too.
Jameson.
You saw that post-credit scene.
It was written by Alfred Goh and directed by Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
That's your tale of the tape, ladies and
gentlemen.
gentlemen.
Fun fact, Kevin Feige was it made Spider-Man 2? I thought he was in a regular Spider-Man.
I think it was Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man movie.
Oh, okay. I thought Kevin Feige was also involved in this too. I thought he was. Okay.
He might have been. I don't know. So anyways, so typically whenever we go back and do old movies, we go through and we talk about the story, we go through and talk about the acting, then we go through and talk about the special effects, and then we go through and talk about the fight scenes specifically, and then we give our overall score. And yeah. All right, so we're going to talk about the story. Right.
What's to talk about? It's the best damn thing we've seen in our life.
This is what I like to think as the movie that everyone copies for their second movie in a series for superhero movies. And here's what I mean about this.
Oh, do it.
When this movie first came out, him losing his powers was cool. It was like, dude, how's he going to overcome this? Like, what kind of crazy shit is this?
Right, he just said...
But now every superhero movie, it's like every sequel,
right?
The very first, every number 2 in the series, they always end up losing their powers. It's fucking wild.
Or they put him in a very, very bad situation, like, where the powers are just gone. I'm like, damn, what happened? Jesus.
So, as far as the pacing for this movie, I think the pacing's perfect.
Yeah.
It's
very real detail, like drawn out and not too. It's like not too drawn out, but not too short. It's like right to the point. Really, it's right to it.
And every scene seems to actually have a point.
Right.
There are some superhero movies you watch, and then there's just some points where you're like, if they took out that entire 15-minute segment, it would not change the movie at all.
Right. No.
But this movie, very specifically, like everything is developing the characters and making things flow the way that it needs to, and I have absolutely no complaints with that whatsoever.
And everybody had their own thing. Like Kristen Dunst, she was starting to do her acting, like started to put forth her acting career. He was still living. Well, no, he got an apartment. Nope, I try to remember. I try to remember it too when we were watching it. And he had an apartment, and then the dude would say, "You gotta pay my rent."
Right.
Hey, pay my rent, bro.
And obviously, and this was something we were talking about. So what I think makes this movie stand out so much more than a lot of sequels for a lot of movies is this movie seems to really focus on being a love story first and then a superhero movie second.
Right, it was weird.
But I feel like the balance of it was done really well.
Right, because that could have been so bad because you when mixing love and action, where the I know it happens, but it don't happen too oftenly.
Well, and the thing is too with Spider-Man, love's a big part of his life.
Right,
he's always trying to find a way to balance being with the person that
he
loves.
He wants to balance his normal life and superhero life, and that just doesn't work that way because sometimes you just make you gotta make sacrifices here and there. So
and there's so many great things that happen in this movie, dude.
Great things.
The moment he has the so there's two conversations that happen in this movie that are very big that he has with Aunt May that I absolutely love.
Right.
The first one is he finally tells Aunt May the story of how Uncle Ben died because she's been blaming herself. She's like, if we would have just let you take the subway and he would have stayed home, everything would have been fine.
Right. And that gives goosebumps every time I hear that. Like I'm like, I got goosebumps right now. I'm like, whoa, right.
And he was like, no.
Right, because he said no.
This is not your fault.
Right, because she was really like depressed. Like, oh my god.
And it was actually kind of weird because like when he does tell her too, she leaves. She doesn't say nothing. She gets up from the table. She walks upstairs, and that's the end of that scene.
That's the end of that scene. Right.
And then they have a conversation.
It's like midway through.
A little bit further down the line. More towards the end of the movie.
Yeah, I would say midway towards the end, isn't it?
Because at some point, Spider-Man had decided he's just not going to be a superhero anymore.
Because that was the whole point. I swear to God, bro.
Like, he even had that scene where, in his mind...
Yeah, he had a mind where
he told Uncle Ben, because Uncle Ben was like, Peter, you have a great power, great power.
Bro, but he was ready to not become a superhero. I said, bro, this is bold, bro.
And he's like, Uncle Ben...
I'm tired.
I'm done doing what you want me to do.
Right.
I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm done.
This man was only about, I get it, he's a little older, but he was supposed to portray like a 16, 17-year-old? Like, that's a lot of, like, push on a young teenager. It's like, bro, what? Like, you want me to do this? Bitch, what? I'm not this person.
But he ends up having a conversation with his Aunt May later, so Aunt May sells her house, and she's going to move out.
Yep. Because they were first living with each other, like, at the beginning of, like, the thing before it all.
And the neighbor from across the street, the little kid, now is apparently a little older.
Yeah, and he stayed in there, too. Ain't that crazy? He stayed in there, too. That's crazy.
He comes over and helps her pack some things.
Yep.
And you get probably one of the most heartfelt conversations between Aunt May and Peter. That actually, funnily enough, watching it at work, I still almost teared up. And it's where she hints she knows Peter Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. Aunt May, even the comics always knew that he had some type of identity going on.
Right. So, like, she kind of hints that she knows.
Right.
But she doesn't straight out tell him.
Oh, no. Like, hey, you're Spider-Man. Like,
it's like, because she was also anti-Spider-Man until she was saved by him at the beginning.
Right. She was.
And she was telling Peter, she was like, because the kid kept asking, where's Spider-Man?
You take his photos.
He's like, Spider-Man's gone, probably.
Yeah, he said, don't you take his photos, don't you? Like, yeah, like, where is he? Because it's crazy.
And Aunt May pretty much tells him, she's like, Spider-Man's his biggest hope for people.
Right.
Like, he needs Spider-Man.
Right.
Which is when Peter decides, you know what? Maybe there's some truth to it. So, and actually, which then brings up my favorite part of the movie.
When he gave up the suit, like, he was... Every time shit would get crazy, he would take off. He like, I just got a regular plain shirt on. That was one of my moments of the movie.
But that scene leads directly into my favorite scene of the movie that's just Peter.
Yeah.
And it's when he's on the rooftop and he starts running. And you get that weird wiggle in his face that always is just so like, where's
that's just his face. I really think that's just Tobey Maguire's face doing that shit. Like,
but he's running and he jumps. He's like, I'm back.
And then he falls.
And then he gets like midway through, almost comic or not comic, almost old school cartoon,
like what we read
Looney Tunes.
Right.
And then he falls, and he's like, he hits the ground, and he bounces off some cars, and then hits the ground. And he's like, my back.
All right, my back.
Which, fun fact, Tobey Maguire almost was not in this movie.
Didn't people? Because at time like
I want to say Jake Gyllenhaal was going to replace him.
Right, because a lot of people didn't want to work with Tobey Maguire at first.
He didn't want to do it.
Okay,
it had nothing to do with anybody else.
Okay, I thought they didn't want to work with him, so he just didn't want to do it.
He didn't want to be Spider-Man.
Well, because Spider-Man was supposed to be a one-off. I thought it was supposed to be a one-off.
And he even tried to like play off this injury for his back He was like, yeah, my back's really hurt and stuff like that.
God.
So they had Jake fully set up and ready to come in and take his place. And then finally he's like, you know what? No, wait, I'll do it. I'll do the movie.
Could you imagine? I mean, would it still be good with Jake Gyllenhaal? Because they both are good actors, man.
It would have made things really weird right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, like, how you get this dude, but you got this dude? Because this boy, we even had multiverses of anything. Bro, I would have been so pissed. I'd be like, where the hell are the other toilet? Where did he go?
Right.
You gotta remember, this is like 8-9-year-old self. I'm like, where's the other Spider-Man at here? Like, is there two roaming around foot?
Right.
But, yeah.
I don't know. There's just so much story-wise that happened in this movie. Like, watching Dr. Octopus
get made or
be all about doing what they can for humanity.
Yeah, Doc Ock, yeah.
And then having
Octavius.
that mental break once his wife dies.
And he dies because...
And she dies because of him.
It's him. Yeah, but he sees... But I get it. He said... I don't say he died because of him, but he thinks he died because Spider-Man could have saved her, but he didn't. Or not didn't, but the reaction was too... Quick. It was too much. The core or something was like too much, and at the end, he costed his blind sight. He was blind too, in a way. And all that, so not really terrible, but like temporary because he couldn't really see and all that. But that's one of my best scenes too. Just the birth of Dr. Octavius, Doc Ock, or whatever, and that whole hospital scene. That actually was crazy.
Oh, when he's laying down.
Oh my God! Got everybody. I said, oh my God. They had to like keep rated PG further today, but that could be rated R because he was just taking. He's like, yo, he's killing them with this. He was killing them with the supplies and shit, bro. I was like, oh my God, Octavius, calm down, bro. And he had like always four arms. Yeah, always 4 arms. Yeah.
That's usually what Doc Ock has.
I thought he usually has more than that.
No.
I thought he had 6.
No.
Not 6, but yeah.
He's always had 4 robotic arms and 2 regular arms.
No, he had 2 regular arms. I thought he had more arms.
And in some stories, he never even uses his regular arms. I want to say in the Ultimate Universe, he barely uses them.
Well, in the video games too, he really uses them at all too. Usually he just used those claws to get him to where he gets to. So
right.
But yeah, that's one of my biggest scenes of him just being made.
It's I don't know, dude. It's so.
And of course, the unmasking of Spider-Man. I didn't think they were going to do that. That threw me off. I was like, what?
Oh, dude, yeah. So like,
hold up.
the end of the Metro fight scene, where obviously this is the most famous scene in the movie,
right? Well,
and
it's always top 10. It's also top 10 superhero moments.
It's also always imitated in Spider-Man movies.
It is, isn't it?
In some way,
it's
shape,
mean
or form.
too. It's mean. It's imitated. Family Guy's done
because
some shit with it.
Because Tom Holland did it in the ship scene when he was trying to save the ship from falling apart.
In Amazing Spider-Man, he did that before in one part of the scenes and whatnot when he fought the lizard. Yeah, but he was trying to hold it in.
But yeah, so you have the scene where he's trying to stop the train because Doc Ock fucked up the controls on it.
Right. I think he killed the engineer.
And he didn't kill the engineer.
Oh, okay.
He just knocked him down.
Knocked him down, right. Because he sees it that, okay, this is going towards the end. So Right.
And so he's like shooting his webs and like he eventually gets the thing to stop, but by the time it does, it's like hanging off the edge. And he starts to fall.
Right, because he got exhausted. That was like a lot of power he had to put in there.
And the people reach out, they grab him so that he doesn't fall. They pull him in. They, crowd surfing back to the back of the train.
They gave him like a Jesus look. I was like, bro, is Spider-Man God now?
And it's so weird because like there's people and they're like, he's just a kid. He's no older than my boy.
He's just a kid. He was just a kid. Like, because he didn't have his mask on time though either.
And then the kids come up, don't worry, we won't tell anybody who you are.
And then,
it's like, let's go.
And then Doc Ock comes in, and then they like, I need to get him. They all stepped in front of him. I was like, bro, this thing.
Like, if you're going to get to Spider-Man, you have to go through me.
Right.
And me. And me.
Because they were really all coming out like, bro. And then
that last really skinny white dude steps in front, and he's like, and me.
Right.
Gulp.
I'm Spartacus. Like, oh, shit. We have an I'm Spartacus moment now.
He goes... Okay.
Right, because he was getting ready to do it.
Fucking smashed all of them against the side and reached in and grabbed him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then like Spider-Man also unmasks himself for Doc Ock later on. And it's another great moment into the movie where he's beating Doc Ock's ass.
Oh, whooping his ass.
And he unmasks himself to try and get through to Doc Ock. He's like, look, it's me. It's Peter.
Because Doc Ock was gone. And this was like highest of the movie, like, because you already got tension between, which I hope one day we can ever see James Franco, because I thought he did play a good Harry Osborn. I really thought he did, man. Like, I hope one day we ever see James Franco come back into that role. Because I thought, in my first spin, like, he killed that role for him.
I'm disappointed we don't have Harry and Tom Holland's. You notice that?
I am disappointed in that, actually. And hopefully with
supposed to be one of his best friends.
One of his best friends. Well, he has many, I guess he has many best friends, because I didn't know Ned was one of his best friends either.
That was in a different comic series.
Okay. Though. Just like Liz. I like it. That's one of his girlfriends. I didn't know that
Liz
either.
Allen?
Yeah, I didn't know Liz was one of his
Although
girlfriends.
I don't think she was mixed in the comics. I think
okay. Because I was like, dang, he got many friends, many girls. It's like, as soon as he became this guy, he'd be like, I got all the hoes and friends.
Just a bunch of nerds.
Just a bunch of nerds.
No, Liz Allen. As a matter of fact, she's in the very first Spider-Man comic. She's portrayed as a blonde.
Right. But she went for Flash Thompson. Right. Okay. So So Liz Allen was actually, they say go with Mary Jane because she's the more memorable person. Even they could went with Gwen Stacy. That's the point. Huh? I said they could went with Gwen Stacy, but that's besides the point.
No, nobody really wants Gwen.
Nobody wants Gwen. I like Gwen.
No, Mary Jane's a favorite, dude.
Yeah,
as a character.
I know she was a favorite as the character of the story, but.
So, anyways.
But back to the thing.
and again, one of the things that makes Spider-Man such an appealing character, they portrayed really well in this, and it is the struggle of maintaining being a superhero with trying to have some form of a personal life. And don't get me wrong, the new Spider-Man does it really well too. Tom Holland's Spider-Man
Even
movies.
Spider-Man did that a little bit, not really as much. They became a jock, but other than that, yeah, because he tried to balance his, like you said, once again, balance life with superhero, but it just.
But like, seeing him and Mary Jane constantly go back and forth between, I care about you, I don't care about you, I love you, I can't be with you.
I was like, what the hell, Chrissy, just sleep with the man. God Lord, man.
And what's funny is it's both of them. Like Spider-Man at first, because at first it's like Mary Jane wants to be with Peter, and he's like, because that's how the last movie ended, the first movie. He's like, I can't be with you.
Right. And then she's like, but why? I'm like, bitch, I'm Spider-Man. Flip. That's what me and him had the little argument. He said, Spider-Man can't have that. No, I am Spider-Man. Do you understand? I don't care. And you are being petty right now, Mary.
but then at some point, Peter's like, hey, I really care about you. She's like, well, I'm getting married now.
Fuck that shit. Nah. Flip. Get back here. That's what he should have did.
And then it's like,
get back here.
And then he's like, I need you to give me a chance. So then she decides to. Right. And what does he do? I've thought about it, and I was in the wrong place in my mind at the time. I can't be with you.
Sometimes superhero makes mistakes. Hey, you are nobody now, Mary Jane. Fuck you. Hey, I don't care. And Spider-Man, I don't have to apologize for nobody.
I remember watching this movie in theaters, dude, when I was 18.
Right.
And sitting there and thinking to myself, come on. Like, you guys need to stop this bullshit. Get your act together. Get together.
See, I'm like the complete opposite. I'm like, yo, fuck that. Spider-Man always had his head on. I don't know what's up with this. This bitch tripping. And Spider-Man always had his head on through this whole entire movie.
No, he never did.
Fuck that shit, bro. This is why me and him had an argument at work. And he's like, you say Spider-Man? No, fuck that. Spider-Man is a god.
He is not.
Fuck all that, bro. You try to... He's like, yo.
That's why he's a good character, is because he's not a god.
I know he's not a god, but he got his own shit. He got his own shit to worry about. He don't got time to deal with Mary Jane's bullshit right now. Is you gonna give it this man or not give it this man? Fuck this shit.
He turned her down more than she turned him down.
Because he's doing more shit now.
No. Get off of Spider-Man's dick. He fucks up too.
This is why me and him had this argument. Because we love the movie, but when it comes to love, it's like, fuck that shit. I am flip. That's what he said. Flip. He said, did like Amazing Spider-Man. Oh my God, you're Spider-Man.
That'd be a snuggle struggle. He'd get put in jail for that. He'd get put in the raft.
A snuggle struggle. Really? It's a fight. Oh my God.
Snuggle struggle.
A snuggle. Why the raft? With a Hawkeye cap and all of them just in a raft.
But I think that's why I love this movie so much too, is because like.
But yeah,
He beats the bad guy.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I guess that's like the end of the movie. But then Mary leaves old dude at the altar. Leaves him at the altar. And goes to Peter and is like, look, I want to be with you. Do you care? And he's like, I do, but I can't be with you. He's like, she said, let me make that decision. If I want to be if I'm in danger, that's my call.
That's why I said I thought in the third movie, I thought she was going to die in the third movie. That's not the point. I mean, she said that. I said, well, her death is coming real quickly in this third one then.
No, they wouldn't have killed her off.
I thought they... Well, in my mind, I'm thinking like, well, she's like, I don't care if I'm in danger. I'll make that decision. I'm like, oh, you gonna make that decision, huh?
She definitely would get put in danger, and she did.
Oh, yeah. Well, because
they wouldn't kill off Mary Jane.
Why? I mean...
Because, A, she's the most important character in the Spider-Man comics besides Spider-Man himself.
Man...
She is the person that he's married to, or at least was until he erased her memory because he's a dick.
Well, yeah. I was like, he said, well, we're going to taste that come December 18th.
How do you explain her having a kid then? I don't know. There's so many things that this story does. Again, the House of M storyline has fucked up so much, and it's so poorly done that it's like there's so many ramifications that specific thing screwed up. It'd be like the what is it? 51st Dates. Waking up every day to discover that you've got a daughter.
You get those VHSs to like let her reenact her. Like, oh, I did this,
and then having to wonder who her dad is. Like, man, it must have been one of them drunk college nights.
That's awful.
But I don't know.
Oh shit.
But no, it ending with her actually being like, "Hey," and him being like, "All right." Honestly, dude, and the thing that gets me, and the thing that actually made me giddy about this whole thing, is the last thing you hear her say is, "Go get him, Tiger," because you hear the sirens,
right?
And that's her fucking tagline. That is Mary Jane's biggest line.
Go get him, Tiger. All right.
So the first time you ever see Mary Jane in the comics, the very first thing she says to Peter is, "Face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot." Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, like, I didn't really know too much about the comics. That's why I said I thought Mary Jane was gonna die. Like, I didn't know like the whole that she was a key role in everything of this man's life. I was thinking to myself,
I actually knew Gwen Stacy was gonna die.
I didn't think Gwen Stacy was gonna die.
She's one of the very few.
Well, yeah, now I do, but at the time when that came out, I didn't know. Like,
yeah,
I said,
when that came out, I knew in the second movie I was like, she's gonna die this movie.
Right.
And my buddy was like, "You're probably right," because she doesn't live long in the comics. Like, it's funny because she comes in,
right?
She becomes a main love
Yeah.
interest.
Once I read the comic or like get a hint, I said, "Oh, she get."
And in the comics, I think she sticks around for like 15 issues in the comics and then gets killed off.
Gets killed off by Green Goblin. Yep. And I was like, wow. Because at the time I was like, wouldn't that be kind of bold though? Like if they did kill Mary Jane, and I was like, and I get it. Like now I'm like, no, that'd be stupid, and the movie probably been asked, and it already was ass.
It actually might have made the movie better. I ain't even gonna lie.
If they just because she basically just because I think of the
that
old
movie
character.
is so bad.
The movie was so bad with the. Hey.
I hope he does that in fucking.
If he does that, if they do bring Tom whatever or Tobey Maguire and all them back, just flip. Please do the flip. I just want to hear flip.
I think it's flip.
Flip.
All right,
but yeah, I thought Mary Jane was gonna I said, this third one, she ain't gonna make it, bro, because she basically said, "I'll be the judge of my own fate." I'm like, but I'm basically saying that type of word, like I don't care. I'm like, and then anybody that say those types of words, like I put my own decisions and all that shit, like I'm like, oh, she ain't gonna make it. The fuck? What you mean, bitch? I'm Spider-Man. You ain't gonna make it. We gonna take on the Rhino by yourself? I mean, you can, because I'm the Rhino, but you know. I'm just saying, you gonna put yourself in situations, huh? Okay.
That was such a stupid ending. Sorry.
Anyway, go ahead. It was a good movie though. Overall, I just I like it.
All right. So then the next one, acting.
Solid.
I gave it a perfect score. A solid all around. Yeah. I don't think anyone failed at their roles. Mm-mm. They did exactly what they were intended to. I will tell you what. Nobody, in my opinion, would ever be able to portray Doc Ock the way that Alfred Morena does.
That's why they brought him back.
Right. Just like nobody's ever going to truly be able to replace JJ.
Jonah Jameson, yeah, because he's it. He is it. That is, I see him. I don't see nobody else.
Those are the two. Those are probably the only two characters I feel are unreplaceable.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do against anybody else. We've already been proved to that Peter Parker can be replaced. He's had it happen twice. Mary Jane can be replaced by, a lot of people, as can, I mean, we've already seen Harry get replaced. Don't get me wrong, I like James Franco's version.
Oh, yeah.
But the dude that was Harry.
Dan, I forgot his name. His Dan something, yeah.
In Amazing Spider-Man, actually didn't do bad either. It was a different kind of
right. Cause he had like a pigmentation thing going on with his body compared his was just like
no. So the Ultimate Spider-Man series is heavily based off of the Ultimate.
Okay,
comics.
with like him turning into that. Okay, because in James Franco, it's like more like he just had a suit, which I mean I'm cool with that too. But him was like your skin is turning into like the Goblin. That
was another aspect of the story, was watching James Franco's descent into madness, looking for Spider-Man.
Bro, the moment he pulled that mask off,
and then he finally realizes it's
his
Peter.
Friend, bro,
and then he has enough of a mental breakdown to hear his dad talking to him through the mirror.
In his last words, like before he go fight Doc Ock, he said, "This ain't over." I said, "Okay, bro, this ain't over, bitch." That was one of his last words before he left. He said, "This ain't over, bro."
But yeah, so like I said, I feel like the acting was spot on.
I
don't think anybody did a bad job. Special effects. This is the one thing I would have given a kind of lesser score than everything else. Here's the thing. A lot of the graphics in these old Spider-Man movies do not hold up well.
No.
There are some
from his time, yeah, but now we're 2021 now, man.
There are some really weird little things that happen.
Moments.
Okay, so one of them, he saves his Aunt May.
Yeah.
He gets her down to the ground.
Right.
And when he's going to web swing away, he does this weird stiff jump.
Oh, I saw that.
Where it's
I thought it was like a freeze frame. I thought
he just gets carried off.
Yeah, he gets carried off.
Weird.
Yeah, I thought maybe the thing glitched. I said, is it glitching? Oh no, that's actually him jumping to fly. Okay, yeah. Well, it's 2003 for you, man.
Some of the actual web slinging is a little weird looking still. Mm-hmm. There's times Doc Ock's arms are kind of wonky.
Even in fighting on the subway, it looked kind of wonky. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, the fight was going, it's just like, look kind of weird. Like did they meant to put this as the final cut? I mean, it is what it is. Right. They made a lot of money. I was like, did anybody caught this?
Now, is it unwatchable? Hell no, dude.
Well, we can watch it.
It's still way watchable. No, it's not like, Nightmare on Elm Street remake CGI. Look, I love that movie. Fuck all of you. But the CGI in that movie, specifically the bed scene, is terrible. The bed scene
where you see his whole body and he's like, is he stuck?
But then you turn around and they have great CGI scene where everything turns into ash and it falls like snow. Yeah. It's like, that was really well done.
That was cold. And then he gets to the bed scene. He's like, well, I'm out. That CGI was bad.
But no, so... the special effects is the one thing that's lacking, in my opinion. And again, like I said, it's not terrible. It's kind of like that middle of the road, but I can definitely see here in about 15 years it being absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, like give it about 20 years, it's like, y'all watch this shit? I'm like, it was a good movie for its time. Like, no, we got better. I'm like, okay, y'all got better, but this was a classic.
And the last thing we're going to be going over is the fight scenes themselves.
They were good.
And the fight scenes, the two of them, were extreme. Three of them.
I think it was three?
I think there was like three. And that was another thing I loved about these movies back then. It wasn't all constant fighting. They actually took time to tell a story.
Well, it's either like this. Either you want the good CGI or story, or good CGI and bad story. It's like they say, hey, we get the story. Just give me the story. Like that's what I want with the story. That's what I came here for, was story.
Right. Like, so the first fight scene is,
what's the first?
We'll just focus on the Doc Ock fight scenes. There's only two of those.
I'm about to say, because I thought he was just fighting. I thought he was just fighting robbers for the first one. The first fight scene was like robbers. Then it got to like the Doc Ock bank scene.
So the robber scene, it's just a basic. Spider-Man
basic him doing hero stuff. He's listening to the, like the little thing, because he had like a little radio. He was listening to like. Somehow he tapped into like their police broadcasting.
I love the hesitance, by the way, of saving the kid in the fire.
Yeah, he did.
Because I'm pretty sure he was remembering the scene from the first movie.
One. I heard that loud noise. He said, there's somebody up there. Right. And it was Green Goblin. That little sound effect. Like, what the fuck type of sound effect was that? Like a wailing noise.
But no, so the first fight scene with Doc Ock
was on the bank.
Was the bank scene.
And it just migrated from there. It's like multiple fight scenes.
No.
I thought it moved went from the bank to the subway.
Was that early?
I thought it was.
Because I thought there was a second fight where they started off on that tower.
My bad. Yeah, it went from the bank tower, bank. But these were all separate locations, so I guess you could say, I thought this was like one long fight scene.
So I thought the bank fight scene was its own thing. Because they kind of go at it for a minute. Because like one of my favorite parts.
But then they went straight to the tower, like right after that.
One of my favorite parts of that fight scene is when he's hanging off of the minute hand and it gets knocked off and he starts to fall.
Right.
And it's like coming towards him, and as it passes him, he web slings it and then slings it back up
at him. Yep.
At Doc Ock.
Right. Because I thought this fight scene was, I thought it was just one fight scene. I thought it started at the bank because they were like, whatever. And then because Aunt May was still being whole.
No. That's right. So this is before all that. He was trying to rob the bank to get money.
Shit. Yeah, he was. Okay. I'm trying to think, okay.
Spider-Man got involed because he was at the bank.
Yeah, he was at the bank.
The second time was just outside of, just after old girl getting kidnapped. Mary Jane.
Oh, yeah, she did kidnap. Okay, yeah.
Because she gets kidnapped, and Spider-Man goes to...
He said, give me Spider-Man or I rip the flesh from off her bones. That was a tight-ass line, he said.
Right. So Spider-Man meets up with him, and that's when they do the subway scene.
Okay.
And eventually the subway scene ends with him getting captured, and then the last fight scene is in the warehouse.
Right, it was in the warehouse.
Because that's when he finally asks Harry, where is he at? And he goes in and he fights. So yeah, three specific.
Right. I thought it was like a continuation because that shows how good this movie was. I thought it was a continuation of a fight scene.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
And I think it's because the fight with Doc Ock the second time also starts on a tower of sorts.
Right, but it started.
But it migrates.
Aunt May is like. He's like holding on to him.
No, that's the bank scene.
That's the bank scene. Okay, right. Because he was sided with the person.
Right. But it migrates so quickly from that to the tram.
Right.
The train. Whatever it is.
But it was so fast. I was like...
Subway.
That's how I thought. Is this one big... I mean, in a way, it's like one big fight scene, man. Because it's like they were squaring up like left and right against each other.
Right. But yeah, so the fight scenes were top notch, especially, again, the fighting on top of the train was so well done with how they were moving around.
Bro,
Spider-Man was so
like elusive. Like he went through one point he went through the bridge, like one of the it's like a little scene, he went right through it and then still tackled him. He still got him.
Spider-Man was so relentless in his pursuit.
Right, he was
in Doc Ock's face nonstop. And you could see the frustration building with Doc Ock.
Yeah, he was pissed.
And then he finally fucked up the train enough and was like, "You gotta save the people. I'm out."
Right. And then he comes back like a mother. That actually did piss me. I was like, "Bro, how you?"
And then he comes back just to capture Spider-Man.
Just to capture him.
Bitch.
He's like, "I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna hit the engineer. Bam! Now you got it's either me or them. I'm like, damn, asshole. Like, dang. Did you have to bring the people involved?
But this was some of the best one-on-one fighting I've still to this day seen in a superhero movie. One-on-one fight scene, they did really well choreographing that and getting everything the way that they wanted it.
You think Winter Soldier and Captain America, when they first meet, could kind of...
I think it could compete.
Compete, okay.
It's up there.
When they first meet, when that whole highway going into I guess a random ass city area. So, but okay.
Well, and I think what the benefit to both of them too. So, I've always preferred the hand-to-hand combat.
Right, hand-to-hand combat. Yep.
So when you get like Spider-Man versus Doc Ock or Winter Soldier versus Cap,
right?
Those are a lot more entertaining than watching, like, for instance, Carol Danvers versus whoever the dude is that was practically training her and then became the bad guy.
Right. Because she just did some Kamehameha blast.
And then it's also not like Iron Man versus whoever he's fighting at the time.
Right,
it's usually always a blasting fight, too. And it's just like, come on.
Only I'll probably have to say, what would be right behind it would be Shang-Chi.
The Shang-Chi fight scenes are fantastic.
Right. But that's something that I kind of can see. Because first it was some other... Maybe I would say Iron Man, but I didn't see... Winter Soldier movie itself was just a hand-in-hand combat. And then Shang-Chi would be right behind it. But always be that Subway Spider-Man 2 for me for that one. So, yeah.
Right. All right, so with that being said, it is time to give it a score.
What are you going to give it, man?
From 2004...
Right.
All the way up until I finally got around to seeing Dark Knight. It was my favorite superhero movie.
Right.
Dark Knight came out, and it only.
Fun fact: he had that bitch.
It took me 3 years.
Because I saw that bitch in theaters. I said, when he told me he said it took 3 years, I said, what?
Yeah, it took me 3 years to watch Dark Knight.
Are you crazy?
I think I watched it a couple months before Dark Knight Rises came out.
Right.
But I watched Dark Knight, and it became my favorite superhero movie at the time. But not by much. It barely edged out Spider-Man 2 for me. And then those two maintained my top two all the way until
Avengers,
Infinity War.
Really, for me,
Infinity War and Endgame.
For me, it was the first time Avengers showed up, and that's when I said, okay, Dark Knight kind of got bumped down a little bit because that was the first time you ever saw them all together. They doing fighting shit, and they doing all this. It was CGI. There was still some hand-to-hand combat in there as well. But yeah, and then Infinity War and Endgame kind of really solidified it for me.
So I mean, my top four are Infinity War, Endgame, Dark Knight, Spider-Man 2. Like, that's my top four.
Mine would be
1 to 4.
Mine would be Spider-Man 2, or really Spider-Man 1, actually. Spider-Man 1, Avengers, Endgame, Infinity War, then, of course, Dark Knight would be right there at 5. But for, like, top 4, it'd really be all Marvel, to be honest. So, yeah.
So, for me, this movie gets a 10 out of 10.
It's 10. I give it a 9.
It's the first time I've given any movie that we've watched so far a perfect score. And here's the reason why. Still to this day, this movie came out almost 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
And still to this day, it holds up as a perfect superhero
Bro, they're
movie.
bringing in characters from this shit and putting it into the one we're going to watch December 18th.
It still holds up as a perfect superhero movie. And for it to hold that for 20 years and still be able to go back, like, I watched it Monday at work. I was sitting there watching it, dude, and I was still getting excited over things and down about things and still invested 20 years. And I've probably seen this movie 40, 50 times.
Oh,
Easy.
yeah.
Easy.
Pizza time. Pizza man. Oh, okay.
But yeah, and I actually watched the 2.1 version for the first time, which added the cut scenes that were taken out.
With J. Jonah Jameson dancing with the he's like, he dancing with the fucking suit on, or with the shit with this.
Right. So yeah, I still give it a perfect score. So with that being said, he gave it a 9.
I gave it a 9.
I gave it a 10, which actually
should go to an A. It should beat almost majority of the Marvel movies we got.
Well, here's the thing. So 10 plus 9 is a 19.
Yeah.
Divide that by 2.
What's that like?
Is a 9.5.
9.5, right?
Is a 9.5.
So,
which rounds up to 10. So we actually have our first S-ranked movie.
S-ranked, well, rightfully so. I said it should beat all the Marvel movies that we have watched so far.
Although I should probably show people what I'm doing. That would help.
We're gonna move some shit, people.
1 second.
We're gonna move some shit. You're gonna find it fascinating.
All right, we're over here.
Kaboom.
Hey, look, there's my. I did not mean to go back to that screen though.
Put that in there.
Yeah, it's going to be.
It's going to be like, hey, there it is.
But yeah,
there's
so here's Spider-Man 2. That is our first S-ranked movie.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, we finally have something on every single tier.
Yeah, we do.
Punisher Warzone was an F. The Incredible Hulk Returns was a D.
Right.
The Stupid Simpsons Special was a C. Venom: Let There Be Carnage was a B. Shang-Chi, Black Widow, and Guardians of the Galaxy, all A's. And then Spider-Man 2 is an S rank.
Because it still holds up. It's classic and it still holds up to this time.
Still holds up.
Still holds up.
Man, I was so glad that he pulled that last week, guys. I was losing my shit. Now I'm going to pull a TV show that none of us want to watch.
Oh, no, you're going to pull a movie that we're just going to not even give a shit. We're going to shit on. We're going to do it like What If Zombies. Yeah, it's his turn to pick. Oh, dear.
Right, it is my turn to pick. I'm mixing them up. Mixing up all these wonderful sheets of paper.
Please. I really want him to watch New Mutants because I'm still banging on he watched because he's never seen it. I would like for him to watch New Mutants because we all have different ties.
Are you ready?
No. Yeah.
And I will mix up a little bit more so people don't think I know what's there and flipping things around. And all right, you ready?
No. I'm really
drum roll, please.
I'm really not fucking ready.
This is the magic sheet of paper.
Oh man.
I have no clue what's on it. This is gonna be great.
Man, this is gonna be.
I got flip back.
Fan 4 stick.
I gotta flip us back over to our normal view.
It's gonna be Fan 4 stick, guys. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
It's an interesting choice. It is a movie, so it's at least not a TV show. This movie came out, Ralph, in 2015.
Was it Iron Man 3? Ant-Man. Oh, the one we were just talking about.
The first Ant-Man.
First Ant-Man. Oh, okay.
Cool. I don't own this. I'm gonna have to buy it now.
It's on Disney Plus. We're just watching on Disney. Oh, you
no, I'm gonna watch it on Disney
Plus. Where you gonna own it anyway?
But I'm gonna buy it. But yeah, so Ant-Man was the choice for this week.
I thought it was Iron Man 3. I was like, Iron Man 3. That's 2013. Okay, Ant-Man. The very first one.
Came out 2015. That's what I drew. It's on Disney Plus, obviously.
And to be honest, I didn't think Paul Rudd was gonna kill it, but he killed that shit.
I went into this movie
thought it was gonna be
expecting it to be shit.
Ass.
I was like, who
Very
the fuck cares
Ant-Man.
about Ant-Man? Ant-Man is a dumb hero.
Bro.
No one can, but then again, I've gone into almost every one of these Marvel movies of this origin stories like that.
Bro, this is like the beginning stages of this bitch, bro.
You gotta remember when Iron Man first came out?
Right.
I didn't want to see it.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, who the fuck cares about Iron Man?
I thought Iron Man was cool. I liked Iron Man, but
and then they did Captain America. Who definitely cares about fucking Captain America? Fuck that guy.
Now that you thought about Captain America, I said, hey, he about to trash this shit.
And then it's just like every single one of them. Dude, I kept going into it, like, man, this is gonna suck.
But
and then I enjoy it. And I'm like,
Ant-Man was the one out of all. Ant-Man was the one I was like, wait, Ant-Man? And then we just read comics about this motherfucker, bro. He controls ants. That's crazy.
It's not the same guy though.
I know.
That's Henry Pym.
Yeah, it's not even Hank Pym. It's
Henry Pym.
Right, it's Henry Pym. This is
Scott
Scott Lang. This is the second Ant-Man, or I guess the third one, or whatever many Ant-Mans there is.
Scott Lang.
Scott Lang, the thief. His friends make it funny though. The thieves, man.
I'm glad I drew Ant-Man. It's a good movie.
No, it is. Especially when he did the Baskin Robbins. He said, I gotta let you go. Hey, but you can get a snow cone on the way out. He said a snow cone. He said a snow cone. Oh, it's like working at McDonald's. Hey, you're gonna get fired though, but you can get a 10-piece. Shh, I won't tell nobody. Like, what the fuck, bitch? What?
Right.
Or when you that whole scene, you guys sell any Subway, dude? Can you help this idiot here?
Right. All right, guys. So I guess that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks to everybody that tuned in. We were super excited for this one. We're kind of excited for that one.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be a fun one.
It's not bad. It was entertainment.
Hopefully this has some special features on it that were not in the Spider-Man on Vudu, because I was looking for special features. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we love you all. Thank you all for watching.
Moving from Spider-Man to Ant-Man. Excelsior.
And yeah, we'll talk about Ant-Man next week.
Why you guys sound so depressed?
Excelsior. I'm actually excited for it.
No, we're excited for it.
Excelsior.
Excelsior.
End it, goddammit.